This long-awaited race was delayed last year because of a delay in census data. The mayor and the councilman don't see eye to eye on the question of leadership.
Quite frankly, we just haven't had that vision and leadership in the mayor's position, and that's something that we desperately need.
Explain to me what your definition, what does it mean to be a leader?
That we are moving the city forward in a positive direction and that people have faith in you and trust.
They also disagree over the city's crime statistics.
The U.S. News ranked Greensboro as the 8th most dangerous city in all of the United States.
I think trying to say that we are the 8th most deadliest city is a scare tactic, and it certainly doesn't do justice to the Greensboro Police Department.
Vaughn says the ranking refers to the Greensboro metro area, not just the city. The ranking you mentioned, is that city specific or is it the region in general?
It's city specific.
U.S. News and World Report did identify Greensboro as the 8th most dangerous city in America. But it is the Greensboro metro area, which stretches from Asheboro to Eden, and a population of over 750,000 people. Greensboro's population is less than 300,000, according to the latest census figures.
Based on FBI statistics, we rank much lower. I'm not pleased where we rank, but certainly we are not where my opponent says.
That disproportionately affects communities in East Greensboro where the amount of crime is really off of the charts.
The two candidates don't even agree on the health of their working relationship with one another. Do you two have a healthy working relationship?
I would say no, unfortunately, and I like to be a collaborator. And I reach out to people on the city council regularly, and I will email questions or text questions to try to get somebody's temperature on where they are, and he rarely answers, or he will answer through one of the city staff.
Do you and the current mayor have a decent working relationship?
Of course. Yeah, we've worked together on the council for a number of years, and so it's really about who is best positioned to move our community forward, not about kind of individual personalities or things of that nature.
What is it that you would do that would be any different that would make Greensboro a real competitor in North Carolina?
It means having a real focus on economic development and jobs as well as public safety, and actually being proactive instead of reactive. That means making sure that those areas of the city have broadband access. That means making sure that those areas of the city are treated as a priority when it comes to streetscaping. That means creating an infrastructure for small and startup businesses to try early.
And today we announce that Toyota will invest $1.29 billion for its first automobile battery manufacturing plant right here in the Greensboro-Randolph megasite in the greatest state of North Carolina.
Outling calls recent announcements about Toyota coming to the megasite and Boom Supersonic coming to PTI Airport regional success stories and not Greensboro specific. What do you say to that?
I would say he probably doesn't understand the process, that Greensboro was an integral part in every one of these, and that they would not have happened without our utilities. And that Greensboro has been at the table with every single one of these employers for months and in sometimes years.
Both Vaughn and Outling are Democrats, but this is a nonpartisan race. The top two vote getters will square off in the election this coming July. In Greensboro, I'm Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.